Everyone, it's been a long time I haven't done a review on movies, so 2017 is starting off with a new review of movies. I know I've been out of it for the longest time. I think the last time I made a movie review was summer of 2016. I don't remember. So as a special treat, this time I actually have a whole bunch of movies to review. So I'm gonna slam you with a whole bunch of movies in this video. As quick as I can, as much detail, the basic whatever of a certain film that I watch, you know. And let's start off right now. Santa's Little Helper. Yes, I got it. This is actually a WWE movie, holiday movie that I was curious of watching. Um, if you can see, it has The Miz and of course Paige. Um, it was a decent movie, mainly for I think it's more meant for family. But let's throw this storyline. The Miz pretty much plays as himself as a heel, like he does in WWE, where he's a cocky sob. He ends up losing his job, so somehow he gets a second chance. He gets offered this unique job that he doesn't know is by Santa Claus. When you watch the movie, you can't already figure out what's going to happen. Um, Santa Claus has, pretty much hope for him. But certain people don't because, well, the Miz is human. And we all know the elves are the ones who take, care of business, up in, North Pole. So pretty much the Miz gets put into these few tests to see if he's qualified. Um, that's all I'm going to give you the detail for storyline, but storyline wise, it's not too bad. There is like lack of detail. Definitely when it came to like the test in the storyline, there were like at least I think it was two tests missing because he was supposed to do a certain amount of tests. They never really test him afterwards. Certain things. So it is like, wait, did you just skip the test? Or just because he did that, he gets slide by? It's one of those movies like, where The Miz, in my opinion, and a lot of people will agree, he actually can act. When it comes to Paige, on the other hand, she's okay. I think Paige was just in the movie just for eye candy or something. I don't know. You get to hear her little English accent say, "Oh look, I'm helping Santa Claus." Sorry, honey. I don't know why you're in this movie. But I would say if you have kids who love WWE, you know, let them watch it. I mean, a lot of them probably will love it. Us adults, even teenagers, will be like, because it's a decent family holiday movie. I know Christmas is over, but if you want to watch a Christmas movie, I guess you can say you can show this to kids. My final grade, my opinion for this movie, I would give it like average grade C plus. All right, so check it out. For the kids if you want to. J. Edgar. I know this movie been out for a long time, and I actually had this movie for a long time too. I haven't had a chance to watch it. I finally watched it. I think this movie actually was on HBO when I actually ended up buying this movie. But I never got a chance to watch it. I finally did. Um, where everybody knows already who is J. Edgar Hoover, or yes, on this movie called J. Edgar. You know, like pretty much just jump to the story. J. Edgar, the guy who pretty much invented the FBI, the the police, the ultimate police, the police. You know, the man who wanted almost control when it came to crime. Steps. Because you gotta remember, for a time, mm, what, before, what was it, 1940s, even 1950s, there was no organized and crime things, nothing like crap. And a lot of people got away. So, pretty much in the storyline is just telling how Hoover, it's like, hey, I want to make this, thing, this FBI thing. And he push and push. Um, but in the movie, pretty much actually throws in his little dark secrets behind the closed doors that, after that, even in the movie, when you watch it, you ask yourself too, in real life, was these things actually true? Like, probably one example, it does talk about in the movie, it does talk about him being gay. A lot of people always believe he was gay. In the movie, it actually shows some moments that you kind of like, whoa, it actually makes sense. And it's like, oh, he's gay. But if he was, you gotta remember too, of those times, he couldn't come out of the closet. I mean, when you have a big guy who's running a company, well, not even company, organization, big enough, like, he's gay, he can't be running. It's like a taboo. So he talks about, his little dark secret, plus other things like tapes that he had on the Kennedys, even Nixon. Um, Pretty much the storyline ends up when he passes away. Well, where you do wish there was more detail, like his early life in the movie, but it's not. I mean, it's pretty much from when the FBI started when he died. But it's like the behind the curtain with his life. Where, like I said, who knows, it was true. But it's actually a good movie. I liked it. Acting's amazing. The makeup work is amazing. Oh, like I said too, I wish there was more detail on it. If you're one type of person who love your history, and love how Clint Eastwood makes his films, because it is a Clint Eastwood movie directed by him, check it out. I liked it. If it, I actually will probably give it like an A plus because I liked it, because it made me think. Where I actually want to now read up more about Hoover, if there's any detail that does talk about him, his little dark secrets. Probably not, because his FBI got high shit. The FBI, you can't fuck with him. Alright. Other movie. This one's a unique one. The Hot Time Machine. Hot Tub Machine 2. Yes, 2. Okay. Warning, if you did not like the first one, you ain't gonna like this one. That's all. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you. Automatic. The humor in this movie is crazy. Okay, pretty much it picks up from the first one, where, if spoiler alert. Pretty much it picks up from the first one, about a few years later, when the whole group of guys changed their little timeline. And yeah, one of them who actually got big and famous. Well, pretty much in the beginning of the movie, that character gets killed. Pretty much. So the guy is planning to go back in time to find out who was the, you know, killer. Well, things didn't go well in the hot tub time machine, where they actually end up going into the future. And that's a little twist right there with the storyline. I don't want to get too much detail, but it is funny how they kind of ended with that future thing. Now, getting off the storyline, this movie makes almost wants to make fun of Back to the Future. Well, not even Back to the Future. It wants to make fun of almost all the time traveling movies, where it actually made fun of itself. Pretty much saying, how dumb it is. Why are we making a sequel? There's hints, and you gotta watch it with the humor. And when it comes to humor, like I said, it's not for everyone. This movie has a lot of dick jokes. I mean, dick jokes like a motherfucker that you won't be like, yeah. But it's funny. I laugh my ass off. I couldn't stop laughing. It's one of those movies that, like I said, if you didn't like the first one, stay away from it because it's pretty much the same thing. But if you love the first one, check it out. You have a big laugh. I pretty much suggest watch it when you want to just laugh your ass because storylines doesn't make sense at the same time. And that's the other thing, it does make fun of this movie, how it doesn't make sense. But if I had to give it a final grade, I would give it like a B minus. Because I don't know, it's one of those movies you're kind of happy they made a sequel, but at the same time, it's like there was no point. So that's why I can't give it like a high grade. But like I say, if you like the first one, do check it out. Next one, Straight Outta Compton. Yes, I finally watch it. A lot of people told me to watch it who went to see this in the movie theater, and I wish I did because it was amazing, but it wasn't because the storyline for me, it was actually the soundtrack. Because I kind of grew up listening to, Easy, the NWA, and that's pretty much the storyline about. Pretty much how Easy pushed the buttons of rap music, or you can say gangster music, where it's not a big thing like it is now, but back in 80s, going to the 90s, it was a big taboo. Rap music probably was the strongest right that moment. It pushed the limits, and that's what pretty much this movie is giving the background story, how each member of the group not only started in NWA, but also sadly, but in the same way, in a good way, they broke apart. The main characters that actually the storyline is more about is ECE, Ice Cube, and also Dr. Dre. And you think about it, they are the big ones that did change the whole atmosphere of rap music. Sadly, I wish they add more storyline to Ice Cube because there's things I wish I knew about his storyline more, but they didn't add it. And other characters too, but it's like I said, the whole idea how the rap music started, how it got, I don't know how to say it, like expand, got blown. Where now today, if you think about it now, when it comes to rap music, it's ain't good enough like it used to. It became now it's more like that pop rap. I don't know what you call it. Like how Nicki Minaj is. Don't get me wrong, I do like her music somewhat, but it's not the same like how a lot of us grew up, but listening to and watching videos of gangster rap. But if you guys, anybody who went to the whole ECE and NWA and still haven't watched it, check out this movie. I highly recommend it. Loved it. Like I said, I wish there were more detail on certain members of the movie, but I will actually give it A+ in the soundtrack big time because, like I say, I grew up listening to their music when I was a kid. I miss those times. Good old gangster rap. All right, their interview. This movie got a lot of heat. Why, you ask? Because it was talking about North Korea. Pretty much just trying to assassin, you know, Kim's, son who was taking over North Korea. It kind of pokes fun of it. Let's put it this way. It's funny. It's funny. An amazing movie. Storyline, you got James Franco and Seth Rogen, who are like reporters on TV. Well, pretty much James Franco's the media reporter, and Seth Rogen is pretty much behind the scenes, running the camera, the notes, the questions, everything. So they decided, they want to make their show unique. So they push the buttons like, hey, why not go to North Korea and ask, the president of North Korea to do an interview with us, where they get a yes. So they know the U.S. government found out that they're going to do the interview, so they asked them to kill, pretty much, the president of North Korea. And now you see why this movie got kind of removed from the theater. All right. Um, like everybody knows, if you're a fan of Seth Rogen and James Franco, you'll love this movie because the jokes. It's a big funny movie, but is poking fun of North Korea, and that's the thing. I suggest if you don't like movies that make fun of a certain race, certain country, do not watch it. And also, if you do not like Seth Rogen or James Franco, stay away from this movie. And also, if you don't like Katy Perry music, stay away from this movie because you will find out why I say that. I love it because I love all that stuff. Um, there are stupid moments in the movie, but I loved it. I'm not gonna give it a perfect grade, but I will actually give it A-. Where, like I say, you like these guys who like to joke around, poke fun, other race, you know, countries, and Katy. Check it out. I highly recommend it. It's a film that, like I say, got pulled out from the theater because of making fun of North Korea. But if you have a chance, check it out. Good movie. Yeah. Now I'm gonna save the best for last. The Hateful Eight. Yes. Quentin Tarantino's, well, eighth movie, actually. Yeah, it's an amazing movie. I loved it. It's because I think it's Quentin Tarantino. That's why I love it, too. Storyline, you got a bounty hunter who's pretty much taking his prisoner to the next town. But what sucks, a huge snowstorm is coming. So he has no choice to find the closest cabin near the town or somewhere to stay. Well, one of the guys who's pretty much stopped, the bounty hunter and everything with his prisoner knows a place to, go to. So it's like, okay, show me. Pretty much when heading in that cabinet, he meets more people in it. I was like, okay. He pretty much gives a warning to everybody. Hey, I'm a bounty hunter. I got a prisoner. But things doesn't look too perfect in that cabinet. Something's weird. Like the high tension of I can't trust you moment. So pretty much the bounty hunter and a couple other two people too don't feel like something's weird in this cabin. That's, well, total 8 people at the same time can't trust nobody. It's almost that cabin fever moment, that clue moment, or who can I trust? We got pretty much 3 days to stay in this cabin, pretty much until the snow melts, because there's no way we can go to the next town because they're miles away and the storm's getting much worse. And that's when everything gets all high tension, where no one, like I say again, can trust nobody. Okay, we all know Quentin Tarantino movies have amazing stories, great acting, and sometimes over the top deaths. Yes, this movie has it too. Over the top death scenes that you. I'm sorry, I laugh. Okay. And since this storyline sent, 18th century cowboys, pretty much just after the Civil War, pretty much the storyline set. It's like a few days, something like that. And of course, we got Samuel Jackson in the movie, so you know what that means. And I'm going to say it because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie. And we all know if Samuel Jackson's in it, yes, the N word will be used a lot. Well, not too bad. I mean, they do say it, people. I'm going to say it. They do say nigger, but not too often. They actually say the black guy, where I'm like, I can give you that, I guess. And they do say Mexican, where I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm kind of surprised they didn't push nigger a lot. I'm sorry to say it again, but I think it's because a lot of people were disappointed, angry at Quentin Tarantino when he did Dango with in chains, where Samuel Jackson actually defended Quentin Tarantino because of it. That's why I love Samuel Jackson, and we all know as long as Quentin Tarantino keeps making movies, Samuel Jackson's gonna be in it, and it's gonna be using the N word like son of a bitch. Trust me. Pretty much this movie is for us hardcore fans who love Quentin Tarantino movies. Okay. A lot of people don't like his movies. most people like the Robert Rodriguez movies. You know, his other competition, I like to call. Where, my opinion, I still like more Quentin Tarantino movies rather than Robert Rodriguez. I'm sorry, you know. When people's like, "Oh, where you go with the other guy?" You know, he's he's Mexican. I don't give a shit. One thing I love about Quentin Tarantino, and definitely with him this movie, is the storyline, the twist, and that's what win me over. The twist, people. That's the thing I love this film. The twist at the end. The characters. Each character grabs your attention somehow. You know, and Dango in Chains was one of those movies that I loved. But I think this one's my top one now when it comes to Quentin Tarantino. So I would say actually suggest you watch it. Yes, it is long, but the story is well balanced. And I do not know why this movie got slammed by critics that it was bad, it was sucky. Those critics was probably smoking some badass, crappy weed or some shit, doing cocaine on or what the fuck they were doing. But this one was amazing. You have time, and yes, you need to have time because it's almost a 3 hour movie. Check it out. Highly recommend it. I'm giving this film an A plus. All right. That's end of the review of movies. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. I know it's not perfect, you know. Been a long time I haven't done a video, so cut me some slack, okay? Check it out. The movies I told you. I will try my best to do more videos again on movies because a lot of people rather rather see me on video rather than writing it down on Facebook. So since this video is long, it's gonna be on YouTube. So if you know my YouTube channel, check it out. You know, Jaime Sanchez. I'll post this video if you're watching it. Actually, it's probably on Facebook. So there, I'm on link. So this is Latino Heat, and hopefully you enjoyed the review. All right, bye.